Yo, what's going on? I just wanted to get on here real quick and show you guys exactly how I bottom and top tick trading the Nasdaq. And basically what I'll be covering in this video is Wick theory, going over a bunch of different questions, and I really appreciate the support. If you guys are not liking and subscribing, I'm about to show you guys some absolute game-changing free sauce. And if you guys have any questions, join up the Discord. I see you guys' comments, by the way, and I see you guys' questions in the Discord. I really appreciate you guys. Much love, and let's just get right into it. So basically what I'll be going over today is Wick theory and price delivery continuum theory. I'm just going to be combining the two because they're both super duper important, and you can't really top and bottom tick without utilizing both of them together. It's kind of like a combination. And then I'm also going to be diving into the importance of dealing ranges, because dealing ranges is everything. If you can't nail down your dealing ranges, you're going to get just caught up in the wrong side of the market, whether it be your turtle soups or just Wick theory entries, even your price delivery continuum theories. You're going to be trading the retracement leg, which is not good. But I'm just going to be going over when it will hold, how to use it right, and how I personally use it. And at the end, I'll be doing a live example. And then also, I'll be going over the importance of highs and lows, correlated time frames, and SMT. But basically, drew out this nice little visual example. But you always want to frame out your trades. Again, this is kind of like a review from the previous videos that I came out with. But higher time frame, always super duper important. You want to be looking at your weekly time frame, daily profile. Daily time frame is the most important time frame. It helps you build a what? Directional bias. And then your median time frame, so that whether that be your H4, H1, and then that's how you look for your setup confirmation in correlation to the higher time frame narrative. And then you go into your lower time frames looking for that scalp precision top bottom tick entries. But some things to remember for Wick theory is every single wick is a gap. Now, what does that mean? It's literally just the same thing as saying a fair value gap, and the same things that you want to see a fair value gap do in price. You want to see the exact same properties be replicated for a wick. So you want to be treating every single wick like a fair value gap. Major points is you want to see the upper quadrants get respected, and then also fail to close through consequent encroachment, which is huge. Because you always want to see every single wick be a breakaway gap, or what ICT says is every single gap be a breakaway gap. So always remember that markets are fractal. So we could use higher time frame PDR arrays to look for setups on lower time frames, price delivery continuum theory. So this means that we could use top-down analysis across any time frames. So what do I mean by that? Basically, you want to look at your correlated time frames. I'm not going to go exactly through how I utilize correlated time frames in this video. Join up the Discord, it's in there. But basically, you want to look for a higher time frame PDR array, and then you want to go down to your medium time frame. You will look for confirmation, and then you look for an entry on the M5, M1, M3, M4, whatever time frame is correlated with the medium time frame, which is correlated with the higher time frame narrative, right? But it's all fractal. It's all like putting together a big puzzle to scalping down however much points the top and bottom take. It's all precision. Probably the most important thing that I'm going to be breaking down today is PDR array and dealing ranges. Now this is super duper important. Let me pull up the actual picture.
2 hours later.
In the Discord. Immediate breakdown. What is your dealing range? A dealing range is a new trading range formed after buy side and sell side is taken, right? So where are your liquidity pools? Are they above you, below you? And then a PDR array is a distinction between premium to discount inside that dealing range, including the array lists inside the two ranges. So basically in the premium, what are you looking for? You're looking for old highs or lows, rejection blocks, which is a super duper fat wick in a liquidity sweep. You're looking for a bearish / bullish order block, which is just a continuation move. Remember, the two price points that price pivots from or reverses from is old highs, old lows, turtle soups, right? And then inefficiencies. So order blocks just send you in directional favor of wherever price is going to go. And fair value gaps, liquidity voids, breaker blocks, mitigation blocks. And we're going to be going a little deeper into liquidity voids, because it was utilized in yesterday's live example. And that's just your discount premium. Again, in a discount, what are you looking for? Use this as your filter. You're filtering out fake SMTs, fake fake long positions in a premium. You will always want to go long in a discount and then short in the premium. It's very basic terminology, but it'll immensely increase your win rate when you're utilizing Kaz's Wick theory or any other trading model. But yeah. All right, so let's dive right into the live example. So this right here, whenever you're on your electric trading hours and there is no candle in price and we just open up. Now this coincidentally is just where your new day opening gap is, but this is just your new day opening gap, or in other words, a liquidity void. Why is that? Because this is a gap in price, right? Where no candle got printed or was created, right? So what does this mean? This means that every single liquidity void gets filled in 100% of the time. If you guys don't believe this, backtest it. There's no such thing as a breakaway liquidity void. That's just not a thing. So if you guys don't believe me, again, backtest it. So what do? We trade into the upper quadrants of the new day opening gap / liquidity void. And then we go lower, consolidate, break, touch CE, retrace, break above. And then what am I looking for? So we're in a discount, right? We're obviously in a buy program. We're creating higher highs, right? SMT at these lows, and then what do we see right here? Right, this is the exact trade that I took. So right here, what do we have? We have this fair value gap that got printed at a key level, right? You can't really see the key level unless I put this on, but key level with your implied dealing range or just your dealing range, we inverse it, and then how do you confirm that this inefficiency is going to hold? Well, that's the whole reason Kaz's Wick theory is whenever you see these 3 consecutive wicks, this is my whole entry mechanism, right? I take the quadrants of this, and this is exactly how you could have what? You could have bottom ticked this entire move, right? Your entry would have been what? At the upper quadrant, stops at the low. But you could wait. You could wait for the 3 consecutive wicks to form inside of a PDR rate and then price delivery continuum theory. So what are you anticipating? You're anticipating what? The CSID to hold. What do we see right here? Change state and delivery. Does it hold? Yes, it does. What does it deliver it to? Straight to TP, straight to terminus, right? It's right here, look. Kaz's Wick theory, CSID. And this was my objective, went straight to TP, right? So I was already out of this trade by the time that we had this deep retracement. And then it just presents itself into a discount and gave us another opportunity to go long off of this order block, this inversion for value gap, this for value gap right here, reaccumulation. Like this is just your market maker buy model, right? But super duper cutthroat, super duper simple. This is how you could have literally bottom ticked this exact move, just utilizing what? Correlated time frames, price delivery continuum theory, and obviously Kaz's Wick theory. So again, time and again, this will be presented over and over again. But you just kind of have to take in the larger time frame narrative and just put it together into the small time frame to get this meticulous precision entries. Like, isn't that crazy? Look how many points this flew, right? It's just crazy. But if you guys are wondering how you could have actually bottom ticked this whole move, you would have waited for what? Let's throw in some standard deviation sauce. So we know that we have our Judas. I'm not going to give you guys the exact time that our Judas gets printed during the AM, because that's one of my models that's in Discord. But this is just algorithmically programmed with time. What do we see? What happens? Right. So this is just your Judas swing. We had a deep retracement into a deep discount. What happens after we create the CSID? We respect it. We soup this key level. Again, join the Discord. We soup this key level to the tick. You could have bottom ticked this with this candle right here. Straight to what? 2 to 2.5. What do we see right here? Reaccumulation. What do you guys think is going to happen during today's AM session? Right? Redistribution. We just had a reaccumulational phase. We're going to distribute to what? Ideally the 4th deviation, right? Very super duper cutthroat, simple. Monday's dealing range is always huge. Today there's a lot of red news drivers, so today's hands off for me personally. But Monday was super duper clean. Just want to show you guys a live example. And again, in the Discord, I'll show you guys a specific example. That was just crazy. Yeah, right here. You guys see these levels? 23038 stop loss. Look at these levels, right? Everybody's probably longing, thinking nothing of it here. Look what happens. Look what happens to this level. We don't get stomped out, by the way. We reaccumulate, boom, distribution trades take profit. Like, I can't even make this up. But yeah, so let me know that you guys like content like this and it's actually helping you guys out. And if not, just let me know what type of content you guys do want to see. But yeah, that's all there is for me today, and peace.